Okay, we're going to go through all these factoring and solving problems from our stations. So I'll do it station by station so you can watch whichever video you want. So for station 1, this factor, we try common factor first. And so there is no common factor on these three terms. So I move to my next thing, which is checking in our flow chart. It's not a difference of two squares because there's three terms. So it's a trinomial and a is 1. So the first thing is to know that when a is 1, we should know the structure. It's going to be a binomial times a binomial, and it's going to start x and x. So in this method, we're just taking the last number, negative 32, and we're looking for numbers that multiply to negative 32 but add to negative 4. So I've got like 16 and negative 2, negative 16 and 2. Let's see what else we have. We have 8 and negative 4, negative 8 and positive 4. That looks like those are going to be, if I look at what these add up to, that adds up to 14, that adds up to negative 14, that adds up to 4, that adds up to negative 4. So it looks like that's the winner. So x minus 8, x plus 4. Okay, we factor this guy. We start with common factor. It looks like we can divide a 2 out of everything. So I write down my factor, 2, times what I'm going to get when I divide it out. What goes in the parentheses, I get by actually dividing everything by 2. So I get my x squared, I get my minus 5x, and then this is minus 24. Don't forget this 2. Okay, that is your common factor. You have to show me it. Like, that's what you divided out, and then the part inside the parentheses is what you get. So now, inside the parentheses, I can continue to factor. It's a trinomial where a is 1, right? My a is 1. So I'm looking, I know the structure is x and x. I'm looking for numbers that multiply to negative 24 but add to negative 5. So I've got negative 2 and 12. I've got negative 3 and 4. I've got negative 6 and 2. I've got all the opposites of those. I'm looking for something that adds to negative 5. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. These multiply to 12. My fault. So I got negative 2 and 12. I've got 2 and negative 12. We've got 3 and negative 8, negative 8 and 3. Got 4 and negative 6, negative 4 and 6. Which one adds to negative 5? It looks like these do. So it's going to be minus 8 plus 3. All right, now we're on a solve one. When I look at solving, since x only appears once, I'm going to isolate the variable. So the first thing I'll do is add 5 to both sides. Okay, then the next thing I'll do is I'm going to divide both sides by 7. So I get x minus 2 squared equals 2. Now I'm going to square root both sides. So I get x minus 2 equals plus or minus root 2. Now I'm going to add 2 to both sides. So I get x equals 2 plus or minus root 2. And I can't simplify that any further.